I do think it is simpler and easier than the majority of people realize if they have three things in place. And now let's talk about those three things, and we'll see from your perspective if they compare to property.
Okay.
So
what are they?
The first thing is you need an effective system. So your system in the share market is your entry, your exit, and your position sizing. So how to get in, how to get out, and how much money to place in a trade. So that's number one, system. The next thing is psychology. So how do you think about the markets? How do you handle yourself? Can you trade that system? Have you been able to internalize those principles so that when the markets are open and things are running hot and heavy, that you can still think and you can still be clear and effective and execute your trading plan? And the third one is maintenance. So with maintenance, this is once you've got positions in the market and they're going and you've got a portfolio, what do you do to maximize your performance? Do you set really close stops so that you're a quick trader in and out and in and out? That increases your burnout rate, and statistically, you're not going to make more money that way. Or do you set a wider stop where you give yourself some breathing space? You allow yourself to be able to have that time to make decisions. Do you use an anti-martingale system? Anti-martingale is actually from the gambling industry. It means that when you're on a cluster of wins, that you keep increasing your bet size. Now, in the markets, when you're on a cluster of wins, then are your next positions larger? Because that is actually a beautiful way to protect yourself. If you have a cluster of losses, the position sizes get smaller. So that's part of maintenance.
That's really interesting. That's a really interesting concept. So because I would have thought the statistic, like if you take the gambling kind of approach to it, right? Let's say you're playing blackjack, right? And you've had a cluster of wins. The theory is that you start betting more. I would have probably said, if I've had a cluster of wins, the probability of me continuing to win is decreasing every time I win. Therefore, I should be more measured with my bet sizes so I don't overexpose myself.
There's been a lot of studies into how an anti-martingale system works. The majority of people, it's their mindset that makes them back off. It's not actually the data and the statistics. So that concept about a cluster of wins, sometimes you can be so in sync with the market. It's such a shame if you actually back off at that stage. I've had pretty much every single year that I've traded for the last, 32 years, every year I've only had 2 or 3 huge outsized wins per year. Now let that sink in. So
okay, that's good to know, right? So this is good, right? So every year you have 2 or 3 outsized wins.
Yes.
How many times roughly, right? How many times roughly do you not win or lose, or what's the?
So my hit rate at the moment, and this sounds appalling to a property person, but it's currently 48%. So 48% of the time I will win. Now, why is it that I'm still here saying, hey, I can hold my head up as a share trader? It's because on those wins, I win a lot.